invest in these particular projects under the consulting engineers, then they will be able to acquire the requisite experience, which then can be used for registration purposes once that happens. So I think once the local content is implemented, then we are able to move and churn big numbers of graduate engineers into these projects, and then eventually they become registerable. On the supervision, actually this has been a serious missing link, because you realize that the engineers do very good designs, and then when it comes to implementation of these particular designs, the owners of these particular projects, especially on the built-in environment, opt to engage the less qualified practitioners in the view of maybe saving more materials, and because of, again, lack of enforcement by the National Construction Authority, you find that the supervision of the projects is lacking in most of these designs that are passed by the structural engineers, electrical engineers, and mechanical engineers. And therefore, what needs to be enforced is on the supervision of this work, so that what is designed is exactly what is implemented on site. And this will actually ensure that the quality of the works is there too.
All right, somebody by the name Galaxy has raised a hand, but his mic is off. All right. In many professional societies, we always have every member voting. Every member, doesn't matter who is standing. Even in Kenya, when we have elections, even those who never gone to school do vote for the president. Now, I am advocating and asking your opinion. What is it that makes graduate engineers going below not voting? They are a member of a society, they are contributing, they are paying levies, they're paying subscription fee, but they're not being allowed to vote. Why? Secondly, what is the purpose of paying levy fees and we don't see graduate engineers, students, technologists being called for training because they pay training levies? There's a training levy fee that is being paid every year. What is the purpose of paying that if there's no training? In any case, if there's a training like PIP, people still pay 18,000, 15,000. What is the purpose of that? They are members, they have to vote, and they're paying extra fees for other things, and they're not being allowed to participate in the management and running of the institution. Thank you.
What I want to say is that in the current constitution, which is under review, the graduate engineer is not allowed to vote under the current constitution. But this is something that will be reviewed in the constitution review process that is undergoing. And I think that will come to pass once this council get into office, because I think it was about 70% done. The rest can be done within a short time of the council. And, it's just a provision of the constitution, because as it stands right now, it's only the associates and the corporates and the fellows who are eligible to vote under the current constitution. Now, on the training levy, this is training levy that is charged by IEK to the graduate engineer, or by EBK? Is it training levy by IEK or EBK?
EBK does not charge any levy on training. EBK just charges 4,000 annual subscription right currently. But if you look at the IEK membership details there and registration, there is something called training levy. And on voting rights, I'm not advocating for only graduate engineers. I'm asking why even the technology is not being allowed to vote. In the new constitution that will be implemented if accepted, will it allow every member of the society that is in the register to be a voter?
Now, Engineer, if that is provided for, because this constitution is under review, and even Engineer Auma did state very well that when he got the views of the members, and the views were actually incorporated in these particular amendments, and if they have been made to an extent of giving rights to graduate engineers and technologists to vote, then the constitution will be very clear on that particular aspect, because it will have been passed to give rights to graduate engineers and technologists to vote in the affairs of the Institution of Engineers of Kenya. On the training levy, this one I need to refer. Actually, I wasn't too sure of what this training levy would be, in as far as the IEK is concerned. Then I can get back to Galaxy so that I give the correct answer to this particular question.
That's okay. Any other question, members? Engineer Nyamai, anything you want to add?
Thank you so much, Eric. That's a splendid discussion, and we wish you well. I personally wish you well, and pray that you go through the elections and get the platform to implement the proposals. Obviously, they go a long way in perhaps positioning IEK and the engineering fraternity where it's supposed to be. I think what I would say is we've all ventilated on the Telegram page and in other platforms about the ills that confront us as engineers. And I think the small steps that we are taking currently in way of planning, and when you get to that position in way of actualizing, realizing what you aspire to do will go in a long way. Perhaps to make engineering practice a bit enjoyable and fulfilling for all of us. So thank you so much for your time. Tune in tomorrow. I'll be under watch by Diana and Engineer Ndolo. Thank you so much, Engineer.
Thank you so much. Definitely, I'll be available to watch and participate in the discussions tomorrow.
Is there any question, Diana? Do you have anything?
No, I don't have anything like any question to ask. I just want to thank Engineer OHAGA for his time and also for his commitment to the students, especially those we were with at the 26th IEK conference, and all the insights that he continues to give us. Well, and I mean us, like the young engineers, the graduates and the students. So thank you for your time also tonight. I wish you all the best as you vie for the second vice president. Yeah, and continue working for the engineers and and for the country.
Thank you so much.
Wishing you all the best.
Yes, engineer, I have one question. I think I presented the question before. It is something called plot levy, and another one is development fund. What is the purpose of paying this?
Okay, engineer, let me get the answers to these two questions so that I can respond from the point of knowledge.
All right, thank you for that. And I would like you to, before you give your parting shot, and as you send your voice out to voters to asking them for their votes, just give us the description of what is the JD of the position you're vying for. What is the job description for the position you are vying for? Yeah, so that
okay.
and put it in a structure so that it can fit your manifesto as you give us the parting shot and as you ask for members, the voters who will be voting on the 23rd of March 2020 for their votes.
Okay. The second vice president is a third principal from the president. That means in the absence of the president, the first vice takes charge. In the absence of the two, the second vice will take charge. And basically, the second vice is normally in charge of the training and capacity building and the mentorship. So all activities that involve the capacity building, the mentorship processes are actually anchored at the office of the second vice president. Thank you. Can I give my parting shots?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen and learned engineers who are listening to me today, I want to humbly seek for your vote come the 23rd of March 2020. I want to say that I have the commitment, I have the zeal, I have the drive, I have the energy to take this institution to the level where we want to be and make it sustainable in the next 100 years. I can assure you, once I'm in the office, I should be able to take care of the affairs of this great and the noble institution. So I humbly ask and request to vote for me come the 23rd of March 2020 as your truly second Vice President of the Institution of Engineers of Kenya. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Engineer. Diana, anything?
Thank you, engineer. Wishing you all the best, and thank you to everyone who joined us. Tomorrow at 6 p.m., we host Engineer Nyamai. On Monday, Engineer Imelda. So please purpose to attend.
Thank you, Engineer OHAGA. We wish you all the best. Me and my co-host will always be ready to host you anytime, in any fora, in any issue that you would like to put out to members. So you can count on us, you can count for our support, and we wish you all the best and good health as you fight for the position of the second Vice President. And may God give you the strength to run the better run, not the weaker run. Otherwise, everybody, thank you for joining us tonight. I wish you, everybody, a good night. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good night.